Welcome to the Progress Lab, the podcast where we actually get to explore what it really takes to grow, to succeed, to become a better, greater version of yourself. Yeah. And on each and every episode, I will be sitting, like I said, with inspiring voices. And today I have another inspiring voices in the lines of marriage, love. I know relationship, manyalo. So I just thought, today let's talk about such things, yeah? And today I'm joined by my brother, Thabo Maatjie. He's been with me, journeying together in these podcasting camera things for quite some time now, yeah? Welcome, Coach.
Thank you very much for having me.
It's good to have you once again here.
As always.
It means your insight, it is needed. It is needed, right? So let me say a little bit about Thabo Maatjie, right, as to who he is. First thing, he's a husband. So if you were looking, Sana, he's a husband and he's a father. He's a husband and he's a father. He's believer in Christ, amen. The founder of the Love Talk Group, an organization that provides relationship and marriage advisory. So, handsome, and today we're talking marriage stuff, relationship stuff, the things that do today we're talking about those. Coach, welcome. So to those who don't really know who you are, besides you doing what you're doing, who would you say Thabo Maatjie is?
I like to say I'm just an ordinary man, and I've got into hot waters with other people. What do you mean you're an ordinary?
I was about to ask as well.
I'm just a boy, someone who grew up in an area called Bushbuck Ridge in Mpumalanga. So that's why I refer to myself as an ordinary man. As you know, that titles, things like that. So the moment you say, hey, let's have a chat, I want to engage with you on who I am.
Who you are.
More than saying to you, Toriso, I'm a marriage counselor. I'm doing this and I'm doing that. Hence I'm saying I am just an ordinary man who loves Christ. I'm a man who's married to one wife and blessed with 4 wonderful children. And
how's fatherhood?
Look, one of the best experiences that I would say reflects your childhood as a man. You get to a point where you see your life replaying before you.
Through your children.
Really? Then it actually reminds you of where you come from. As a child, as you grow, getting into teenage stage, adulthood, all through that, you see that through your children, and it also molds you. It helps you to understand certain things that you might have been through. And you're like, I went through that and I was not happy with that. I went through that, I was happy with it. Then you implement the good things in your parenting style. So at least you avoid the things that cost you pain as a child.
I must say parenting is one of the, I can't say challenging per se, but it is challenging, but at the same time exciting. The journey is nice. It's nice seeing your children growing. And somehow you're seeing yourself in them. And the challenging part is, especially now with having 4, knowing that they're all different. How to differentiate them, how to treat them differently, how to approach them differently. It's not like one rule applies for all. Because if it applies for all, then we're missing 1 or 2 of them. Do you apply the one rule all, or you treat the kids differently in your fatherhood?
Look, the children are different.
Yeah.
Even though they come from our loins, but they are very different.
Definitely.
But there are those things which they will actually take from the mother, and some they will take from the father. And that is where you actually get to learn and see your own childhood. But one thing that remains the same is the basic principles which you have to instill in you.
Sure.
So those ones will remain the same across the board. But different characters or the same characters. Those principles are basically what will help them to build on a foundation that has more moral standards, a foundation that teaches them your faith, how to behave as a child, how to relate to people, how to respect others. Those has to be the same across board. However, as children, you know that they always have tricks. You do have those principles. Yes, you do have those principles, but they always try to,
they know how to manipulate, how to say.
Precisely. Yeah. But those remain the same because you need to give them a foundation.
I must say that, I like what you're saying because we were talking about principles, instilling qualities. I've realized that lately, man, parenting is, I don't think we're doing that good in our generation. I feel like parenting, we're leaving our kids. We are so busy, coach. We are so busy to a point where we don't have time for our children. When we have time for them, it's only maybe after work. And like a homework, but your mind is not even there. So I've realized that these days our children are being raised by TV. Been raised by what they watch on their phones. They've been raised by the teachers. They've been raised by their friends. Are we doing enough as parents, coach?
One thing that I'm not blaming anyone. I feel that nowadays we have a lot of children who are becoming parents.
Hey?
So what I'm saying is that people who are not yet matured enough to be parents, they become parents.
Okay.
They make babies.
Okay, I see. Okay.
And now the problem is you have someone who still needs guidance, like they are a child. And now
their mother
have to mother or they have to father a child at the same time. Now, that's where the problem is. If, as a parent, I'm showing my child a certain way of doing things, that is what the child is going to absorb.
Sure.
But the unfortunate realities of parenting is that we don't learn to balance between telling them what to do and showing them what to do. And now we have to think about what is it that our children are inclined to.
Sure.
I can't say to my children, stop watching TV.
Yet.
But every day, I'm on TV.
And you watch TV.
And you expect them not to watch TV.
Yeah.
So that level of maturity into parenting is lacking in many of us. Look, we don't need to vilify parents, because sometimes, everywhere, especially in schools, parents are like the villains. When they ask the children, why are you not doing good in school? It's like, no, but my parents make me do this and do that. So we're villains.
Yes.
You understand? But now, they don't get to learn the realities of parenting, whereby, look, I'm doing everything I can as a parent to make sure that this is provided for you. Even the school that you go to, I have to pay for it as a parent.
Yeah.
They're not there because they always want their way. So I think as parents, we need to get to that point where we say, am I really
parenting?
Do I understand what parenting is all about? Or do I still need guidance?
Yeah.
The problem is that we hardly ever seek advice.
That's true.
On how to parent.
That's true.
No, our helpers are there.
Yeah.
They will do everything. They start from preparing lunch in the morning for the kids, bathing them and doing everything, while we just say we're giving our time. The time we're supposed to be sharing with our children, we're giving it to the corporate world. That is why we come home tired.
True. You are battery low by the time you come.
80% of your battery level goes to the corporate world and the world out there. 20% comes home, whereas that is where the 80% is required.
It's just so sad when that we have prioritized, or the system has made us prioritize working, and it makes us feel good because we're saying, I'm providing. It's like it's a drive of, it's like you're consoling yourself while you're not spending time with your children. No, kids have to eat. Sure, I understand kids have to eat, but what are we doing extra actually that can literally say, I am making so much effort in being there? Because most of the parents, they are there, but they're not present. They are there in the space, but they're just existing, but they're not they're not parenting. And I realize in our society, We lack so much of that. But anyway, we are not too much in the parenting today, right? But somehow we end up here. So you coach as a marriage advisor, marriage counselor. Have you always wanted to become that? Do you always know manyalo? Or you got married when you were 12 and now you've mastered this thing? Yeah? Where's the journey? Where is it starting from?
Look, I've shared several times before, I think this came as a result of the type of childhood that I had.
Okay.
When you're always isolated as a child, you feel, let's say maybe we were 7 at home.
Okay.
So now you can imagine the manner in which our parents had to juggle, among 7 children.
Yeah.
So I was always that child who always more like an outcast.
You're number what here?
I'm number 2.
You're number 2.
I'm number 2. So the things that our parents are doing, I'm that child who always pulled back to try and gain understanding.
Okay.
As to why they're doing certain things. Instead of me becoming an unruly child. Yeah. Of course, as a child, here and there you will be. But it was always in me to try and figure out, why is mommy behaving this way? Why is dad behaving?
Okay, you've always been that caring. Yeah, to be interested in what is going on.
And I was the one who was always getting the whooping, and now...
Because he wants to know the most.
And when I sit with my parents, like my mom, I'm more scared of my mom
than Papa.
Dad.
It's really...
Even to this day.
Mama is that strict.
Look, when I got married, she said to my wife, if this one ever does something to you, you call me and we're gonna come and sort him out. So when we have conversations with my mother, now as an adult, as a parent, as a husband, I understand why she did certain things in the way that she did them.
Yeah.
So I always wanted to have my own time.
Yeah.
I'm not the child that was always out there.
Okay.
So during that space, I loved listening to music. Then I would write love poems.
Okay.
Bona, I used to write a music book.
Okay.
I don't know if you still remember.
Yes.
It was girls in school who used to do that the most, But I had notebooks.
Really? Okay.
So
you were Mr. Lyrics.
Bona, I would write that. I remember there is one particular album that I knew from start to end. That was Maria Carviu's book.
Yeah.
Unattended.
Oh my God, nice music.
I knew that.
Nice music.
That encouraged me to become a writer.
Okay.
So I would write notebooks, write poems, and get people to read them.
Okay.
And whoever still has my notebooks, I need them.
In the studio. Did you lose them?
I lost them because I would actually, somebody will borrow. Let me just go and read it. And it never comes back.
Oh, I see.
And it's all the ladies. My classmates, my schoolmates, they know that.
But for the guy.
They know where they are, unless if maybe they changed places several times.
Okay.
So now that is where my love for love
started,
relationship and family started. And then from there, I would actually give advice to people who are in a relationship, even elderly people.
Okay.
When we sit and converse with elderly people, then we will talk about relationship.
Really?
But how about you do it like that? How about you do it like that? That's how my love for this ministry, I call it a ministry.
So it's a purpose. You call that part of your purpose. Would you say that?
Absolutely, because I realized this when I now became into adulthood.
Yeah.
When I got into the corporate space, then I would start just sharing messages on emails. I'll have mailbox of people, that I believe these ones would actually love to read this. Then I'll just write something like a poem about relationships and just send to the entire group. And that is what brought people to the attention that, no man, there is something about this guy, and they will invite others. They will share the messages, during our time. Never seen any WhatsApp. So when you've got an email at where
true,
that's
how that was
actually go, And then that's when a lot of people are like, no man, let him add me on the mailbox.
Okay, so they can receive.
Exactly.
Oh, that's beautiful.
And that's where I realized that this is actually a purpose.
So in terms of relationships before marriage, did you have good relationships where you, because sometimes there's a difference between being Mr. Lyrics and being that person. Have you always matched that's what you are writing and who you are in your relationships? Were you that guy?
Absolutely.
Are you
And
sure?
God, I'm the one who always got my heart broken.
Can I get a reference? The reference for this.
Let me tell you something. All my ex-girlfriends,
Yeah.
about 3 of them.
Okay. You're not a busy bee.
No, I was not a busy guy.
Okay.
They know. All of them dumped me.
Oh, shit. Barabulu and a bee. They left you heartbroken.
They broke my little heart. Because, look, I grew up being this person that I never wanted to waste time.
Okay.
When
you wanted value to commit.
Bona, I was always the committing type. And you find
people
who were like, you are too much.
Yeah, man. Rick.
I know, you are too much.
Where were she?
I remember one of them actually dumped me simply because I refused to lay down with her. I hope she's not watching this.
And even if she's watching, we don't know her.
Like, after days, I'll be like, dude, what happened?
Eish.
Why are you ignoring me? And mind you, we're still in high school.
Okay.
No, I can't be with a guy who doesn't want this.
Hi, boy. Shame. Yeah.
And I was like, you know what?
Mr. Siri.
I learned to just absorb it.
Okay.
I learned to understand that, okay, this is what they want. And then I will pull back.
So there is someone out there right now, Coach, who is heartbroken, who has been dumped. How would you advise them? How can they pick themselves up? And what did you do in order for you to police inhliziyo? What can they do? Practical ways of doing this. Well, at the Progress Lab, we are focusing on those things that they can test and see if it works.
Practical ways.
Practical ways.
Practically, and as practical as can be.
Yeah.
Let go.
Let
go.
How?
Pull back to yourself. Because, the reason we get lost in seeking explanations, wanting to know why would you dump me? I want closure. What do you want to close?
The relationship, Kalok.
When it breaks, when it ends, that's a closure. What do you need to close?
Wow, dump.
And ask those that have gone back for closure if they really close or they open the door.
So it never closed.
Never closed.
It was
if really you value yourself and you can see that this person does not really value me, they don't want me in their life, and they decide to let me go, to break my heart, then let me let go. I mean, we can give practical examples like, no, man, go drink yourself to sleep, go to the clubs, go do this for somebody else, numb the pain. But now you are medicating the emotional pain, but the psychological dysfunctions will remain. Because when that intoxication is gone, you will come back to say, by the way, to resort.
It's still going to be there.
It's still going to be there. So let go and deal with yourself. Pull back to yourself, because in most cases, we lose ourselves in the process of loving somebody else.
True.
And now when you have to pull yourself back, you feel like, hey, ngare bansa manala.
What painful, right? Like, you're not used to any more of.
Precisely. But how many people have you broken up with, and the pain is still the same?
That's true.
You've been through that pain. You can still go through the other pain. When you meet your right person, you even forget that you've got exes.
Sana, but to let go of that person. Like, I don't know how easy that is, but to let go. It can be painful, but I believe, letting go will set one. And take your power back. Get to know yourself back again. Get to understand who you are all over again. And ask yourself, what made me to be attracted to that type of a person? Perhaps you are the one to do most of the work, isn't it? Because sometimes you get to... Okay, let me not go into that.
But you're right. When you pull back, you get to do some self-introspection. And that's where you will find out who you are. What are the mistakes that you made? What attracted you to that person? Was it really worth it? What are the processes that you took in order to say, now, this is the person that I can be with? You do that. I know that we want to drown our sorrows.
Yeah, true.
But
we want to numb this pain. We want to feel the pain.
And unfortunately, there's no medication to an emotional pain. But only time can help you to heal from that.
And look on if you're deliberate about it. Because we can't just say time will heal. Because if it's time, 2 years, you're still feeling the pain. 3 years, 5 years, 10 years, we still have people who are bitter to this very day, who are still angry at their ex, who they were together for the past 15 years or the last 15 years. And they're still having the pain. And we keep saying, time will tell, time will heal. But literally, we're literally saying to you that be deliberate of finding the healing. Time won't heal you, my darling, unfortunately.
Time heals the emotion,
yeah,
but it does not heal the audio. So the emotion will actually just go down.
It gets better.
It gets better.
But doesn't mean it's not there.
It doesn't mean that you have healed completely. Now, this happens mostly when you meet the very same person that broke your heart. How you react emotionally will tell that you are healed, or else the emotions have just been suppressed.
You know, I have a story where I had to forgive a person who never apologized. I found myself in the journey where I got pregnant, and all of a sudden I'm left alone, right? And the guy is nowhere. Like, the guy went AWOL. And all of a sudden I'm saying to myself, so I'm just going to raise this child by myself. I became bitter towards the person. Wow, I can get that so. It takes two to tango. Yes, it took a time for me to take responsibility. I dance in this tune. So let me take ownership of that. But I always ask myself, how would I react when I see him? Because I was still boiling. And then I realized, true, that I'm not okay. I'm not ready to see this person. Because if I were to see him, I feel like I'm being triggered. And I'm scared what I might do. And they say the results of anger is unknown. So I don't know what I was going to do when I see him. So I thought, let me work on me. Let me fix me. Let me forgive myself. Let me forgive him. Even though he never said I'm sorry, but I had to do it for me. And it happened that we crossed paths. And it was like, dude, like nothing. I was so proud of myself. I was like, Tatege, you managed to see him, and I wasn't shedding tears anymore. So I fully concur with you when you say that it says a lot when you see the person who you say victimize you. Now, how do you respond? How do you react when you see that person?
Absolutely.
Now, Coach, in the marriage corner now, we're talking about relationships. You're telling somebody it's okay, let go. How is marriage? What are the most challenging things that marriages are going through? Because of now you're a marriage advisor, marriage counselor. I'm sure you do have sessions. Talk about Mjolo, Coach.
You are a lot of things.
And is marriage worth it at this day and age?
Absolutely.
Okay. Because I'm not easy. Have you seen social media, what it's doing?
Oh, yes. You know, Bo and easy are those that are not prepared to grow and mature.
Okay.
Into that level of saying, I can be with another person and embrace the process of growth.
Okay.
Lenyalo lemonade.
Okay.
There are challenges.
Sure.
There are ups and downs. Right?
It's not rosy.
And let me tell you something. You can even fight over bread.
Something so petty.
Yeah. Then thereafter you will laugh at each other.
I know what you mean. Like, did we just fight about that? Like, really?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So there are many things that actually make people to fight or to argue in marriage. But what matters the most, or the real problem, it's not in what they are arguing about. We can talk about finances. We can talk about not having children. We can talk about family issues, mother-in-law, because there's never father-in-law. It's always mother-in-law.
Where's father-in-law?
Families. Because fathers-in-law, look,
Peace.
they've got peace because as men, we know how to respect another man's house. So my father-in-law looks at me as a man.
Of that house.
Yes. So he's not looking at me like, Mwano?
Yeah.
What I'm saying?
I get
so because mothers tend to think that
too much.
Is she really going to look after my son this was?
Well.
I didn't. But what matters the most, what makes us to fight as people, as couples, it's what we think and how we think about one another.
What? Yeah?
If ke hlomola dikousu mo, and before you even ask, why are the socks here? You take offense before I know it.
Sure.
One man. He's unhygienic. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. You having that war in
yourself.
mind.
Yeah, within yourself.
The moment I come, already you're boiling. You've taken offense. Now, we're no longer fighting over the socks or the fact that I left a coffee mug there or I didn't do that or I missed a toilet seat. You already are raging in your mind.
Yeah.
What you think and how you think about me, it's what makes us to fight. Because how you think will influence how you feel.
Sure.
Now, your feelings will provoke an action.
Yeah. A behavior.
A behavior of some kind.
Yeah.
And before we even talk about what you are thinking, already more time is spent on
yeah.
even like because take more.
Yeah, before.
You understand that?
Yeah.
But already you are upset.
Yes.
And the fact that you took offense before you know exactly what is happening, it's similar to you get a SMS.
Yeah.
That's hello babes, or a WhatsApp, hello babes, from a stranger.
Yeah.
Now, when I open your phone and I see hello babe, and then I take offense before I even find out whether number or things like that.
Or maybe it's a lady.
Now we are fighting over what? It's not the message that came.
It's what you think about them.
It's what I think about them and what I think about you.
Oh, you as well. You're able to. I hear you.
Why did you give someone?
You understand
that? Whereas someone just got your number because now even the networks they actually rotate numbers. If you cancel a number, they will give it to somebody else. They assign it to somebody else.
That's true.
So now, before I even check, you actually gave another guy your number. So this is what you are doing when you're outside. Now I'm thinking you are at work. You see, so that's why I'm saying we fight mostly about what and how we think about one another. It can be in finances as well. It can be in parenting.
How do we fix that then, Coach? How do we fix the element of how I see you for who you are than how I see you or how I project how I see you? How do we then get to a stage where I know what I think about you is actually who you are? How do we get there? How do we... Yeah.
It actually goes both ways.
Yeah.
In the process of soulmating,
okay,
we need to complement one another. You know, we need to get to a point where we align our thoughts and emotions intentionally. We need to check on each other every time, every day.
Yeah.
I need to know where you are psychologically.
Okay.
Because you're my spouse.
Yeah.
I need to know where you are.
Yeah.
So knowing where you are, that is the process of refining our soulmate. Because I know this is what she's thinking. This is how she thinks. To a point whereby at some point you can come home not doing anything and I will know that she's upset.
Yeah.
Now, if I see that something upset her possibly, then I have to derive means on how to cheer you up.
I get that.
Because I'm thinking, I don't want to see my person upset.
Yeah, so let me be there for her. Let me
be there.
Yeah.
And somebody else can be like, ukwadile, I've got nothing to do with it.
Yeah.
Do you see that? Now, how we actually communicate mentally, because we've got what they call non-verbal communication, and there is silent communication. It works a lot. It influences a lot of marriages. Those unspoken thoughts, those hidden thoughts that I have about you as my partner plays a major role in how I behave and conduct myself. So if I'm thinking negatively about you, Hore, you can give another guy a number or you can jolela. Already, I have let the enemy win the fight.
I hear you.
So how I'm thinking and what I'm thinking about you matters more than the things that I see happening.
I see.
Then that will help me to even address the issue in a different way. I know my girl will not do that to me.
Yeah, because the thoughts you have about her, they are positive, they are good thoughts in a way about the person.
As man thinketh in his heart,
so is he.
Yeah. So now if I am thinking about you, that you can do something like that, already I am saying now I'm at war.
True.
And I'm going to be at war because that is what I'm thinking.
And they're going to go, those things are not even there. They're not even real.
Can't you get the truth? Did I really do that?
That's if you get the truth, because you realize sometimes the next person is not even interested in whatever that you find on the phone. No phone. So that person, how that king, how feedback we expecting, or deal with it yourself.
That's not how you do things. It's actually similar to when you're dealing with someone who's insecure. When you love someone and they are insecure, give them enough reason to grow and heal out of the insecurity.
To make them feel safe.
Exactly. So if a message comes through and then I read it, and then when you respond like, what were you doing in my phone anyway?
Yeah.
Now you are feeling the insecurity.
I hear you.
Babes, I don't know this number. No, I'm not saying about, how can they send you?
Person.
I need to reassure.
Reassure the person.
I need to affirm.
Yeah, make them feel safe, man.
In my life.
Yeah.
So that at least, remember what I'm doing, I'm trying to help you deal with the emotions instead of me fueling them.
Yeah.
Now, if I don't do that, I am always going to put you on your toes emotionally.
Yeah.
Because I'm like, you wanted to check my phone.
Yeah.
And you found exactly what
we're looking for.
What were you looking for? We married. I don't need to even ask for your phone.
Yeah.
I need to know the password.
Yeah.
If I need to phone somebody or
I can use your phone.
Papa, whatever phone that is closer to me, I take it and I use it.
Yeah.
So why do I need to get permission from my spouse
to use their phone?
There
is no privacy?
You see, that's what the problem is.
Privacy, confidentiality, there is no such when you're married.
But why do marriages today have that? And then we end up blaming marriages, whereas it is actually our state of being.
Is it not because that very same message of hi babes, it might be seen as something that is not there? Maybe that's how I talk to my ladies. Hey babes, but then because of you are seeing it now, it triggers something. So instead of you see my chat, let me just lock my phone because it's not safe. You think of me. You think of me. You see that we're going back. Is how you think about me. So you think I'm capable of literally engaging in conversation with some guys like that.
It is. You think of me in a way that I will fight if I see that message. So let me rather just delete that. Do you understand that? Mm-hmm. You already think that I am going to fight.
But maybe that's how you always
messages. There's always ways in which we can help each other.
I hear you.
Don't delete the message.
Yeah.
Right? It's a wrong message. You know it's got nothing. Or if it's your babe, it is your babe. If it means, if you see what I'm insecure and you come home, I see that message, come on, who send you, hey babes, and then when you are responding, hey babes, I take the phone.
Yeah.
I call babes.
Okay.
Kia speak.
Okay.
Teresa, how you doing, girl?
Yeah.
You understand that?
Yeah.
It's as simple as that.
Okay.
So we should not fuel the dysfunctions in our partners, because in most cases we fuel them and we're not even aware of it, or else we're doing it unintentionally, thinking that it is their problem.
Yeah, I wanted to ask that. But coach, where does then self-healing steps in? When does one take accountability of thinking that way about me, where else I am the problem? If I keep nurturing you, making you feel safe, doesn't that make one not to deal actually with the insecurity?
You are my spouse.
Yeah.
Your healing is also part of my responsibilities.
Okay.
I can't let it only be your responsibility. Okay. The mere fact that you are here and still unhealed, it means you might have struggled to deal with it yourself.
Okay.
I need to find ways on how to help you.
You guys hear that, guys? The golden nugget ticket.
We work together, because as I heal you, I'm also getting healing. As I'm helping you to deal with that dysfunction, I'm also learning the patience of how to deal with someone who's emotionally dysfunctional. So at the end of the day, it is your responsibility. Now, if I'm doing something right, when you're alone in your thought process, you're going to sit back and say, but baby man, he's teaching me something.
Okay. Let
me rather stop behaving this way. Because we're going to do stock taking after we have dealt with this emotional outburst.
You see.
Really sharp. Really on a picnic, so I'm going to say, love, what you remember that thing? Or the one that you wanted to fight about, and this is how we... Born. In the future, this is something that I always advise, especially husbands.
Yeah.
Because, Rona, we are emotionally weak, but we are psychologically, mentally strong.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
We are more logical than we are emotional.
Yeah.
The reason I'm saying we are emotionally weak is because when something that ticks us off comes, that's where you see a lot of males bursting out, because a lot of men can't really control their emotions. You understand? So what needs to happen is that I need to get to a point where I engage with you logically.
Speak their language. Speak your language.
When you're not when we are fighting, because when we are fighting and I say some things, when I'm putting koi, that is what happens.
What's the jamulo?
So when we are fine, that's where you raise the issues. Because another problem, we always want to tell each other about things that are right, but at the wrong time.
Then it creates a safe space.
You understand that? So when we are fine, when we are cruising nicely, that is the time where we need to just address these things. I'm afraid when I raise something like this, it might actually kill the mood. No, it won't kill the mood, because now you're no longer raising it with the emotions like you did.
That feeling is not there.
That feeling is not there. So now let's talk about it. If you are able every week, at least once, go out. A familiar space, sometimes it's a problem.
Yeah, I hear you.
You fight here, you make love here, you argue here.
Everything is there.
Here is the same place.
Your mind is just...
Do you think we can go to a restaurant and throw each other with
knives? Why? It's a beautiful environment.
Or we go out, on an outing at a resort.
Yeah.
Nahana, the resort, Iba famous, there's a couple that came here and fought.
Yeah.
So
you wouldn't want to do that.
The environment helps a lot. Where we sit and now address things. I always say to guys, be your woman's counselor.
Okay.
Do that.
So I hear you already shared one or two, but there is somebody there at home, married, but having insecurity. Share one ABC, what they can literally do to zela their partner. To heal their partner, because apparently it's also your responsibility, Kesana, to heal them now. So, yeah, sisonke.
But the world is actually teaching us more about individualism than, a collective kind or togetherness, And I believe that when someone is insecure, the moment you realize that this person is insecure, let your loving abilities and intention kick in.
Okay.
Firstly, I need to help her.
Okay.
You don't react like the world does. No, it's her responsibility.
Yes.
She needs to heal. She needs to let go. No. I need to help this person because I love her.
Okay.
And that does not mean that your intention will always receive, warmth or things like that. Because sometimes, I believe that in marriage we're each other's mirrors. And if you have not taken an opportunity to look at a mirror and speak to Toriso, look her in the eyes, not about where the eyelashes or how they are, the makeup and stuff like that, but look yourself in the eyes through the mirror. And if you like or you don't like what you see, marriage is going to reveal that.
I see. Yeah.
So now you have a mirror that you really cannot face yourself. Now, as your spouse, I'm your other mirror.
The one that you don't want.
The one that talks, the one that will tell you what to get off, the one that says this. And
it trogoloza you.
And it trogoloza you. Now, you understand? Now, if you're coming from a point of, is this person trying to help me or to judge me? And I believe, hey, we're going to judge each other in marriage.
Sure.
But what you're doing is wrong. You can't do things like that.
Yeah.
So we have to understand that when someone is insecure, the moment you realize it, 1, be intentional about helping them.
Okay.
2, counsel them. Counsel them. And behave in a way that will help them out of that situation.
Yes.
Because the issue mostly is on the behavioral part. Where if the moment I say it's your responsibility and not mine, then I don't want to take accountability for the things that I'm doing that are pushing you or else fueling insecurity. So I need to understand that my behavior is also part of the process of helping you to heal from the whatever.
Or to make it worse.
Because sometimes it might not be me.
Yeah.
You might have come with these things
from back then. Where are you coming from?
You've been with someone who cheated on you. And now that I'm here, you still need love. You need to be embraced. You need to be loved. But you still have some reservations.
Because of what
happened. If he does it? And we need to be able, as couples, especially when we are married already, we need to get to a point where we can express our hidden thoughts and fears and doubts.
But that takes a safe space, isn't it?
It takes a safe space, but at times you need to create that safe space. Okay. Because you chose me. What does that mean? You chose me already. So how did you choose someone that you feel, I'm not safe with this person, to a point of getting married?
Yeah.
That has to change. So what do we do? Which is something that in most cases my wife and I would do. Coming with insecurities, and you sit and say, do you feel like there is anything that you might tell me and I will react in a way that scares you? When you are around me, do you feel like you can be yourself to a point where you can express each and every thought? Am I your safe space?
I hear you.
Am I a safe space?
I hear you.
And sometimes we learned this through the process of fighting and arguing and things.
But how do we create a safe space?
Talk. Look, if you feel like marriage is just a go with the flow kind of a thing, in most cases we talk through responsibilities.
Yeah.
Did you pay the bill?
Yeah. You find that easy to talk about?
It's very easy to talk about the kids, parenting. It's easy to talk about things that happened in life. Hey, let's talk about you and I. Yeah. This is why my wife and I love to travel a lot.
Okay. You get that to do a lot.
Because
it's a different environment.
We just walk in the bushes. And we love the bushes. We don't like towns.
Oh.
When I go to the bushes, where we know that here, the silence, you can even hear the footsteps of an ant.
Yeah, I hear you.
Let's talk, babe. Okay. What happens? Even if it means you keep quiet, you are silent at that moment.
Yeah.
You are communicating.
I see.
And you're going to provoke a thought. Let's talk about it. What are the things that I am doing that either makes you feel like, ish, I can't trust him with this thought.
Okay. Yeah.
What are those things?
Yeah.
Let's talk about that.
Okay.
We need that.
Definitely is a need. Especially this person is your life, is your partner. Unalena throughout. So imagine living in a marriage where you can't talk. You can't share thought. You can't just be yourself. That is a problem.
That's
right.
Baba, where they get to a point where they've been together for 10, 15 years. And then a typical example, now they find themselves having to stay home. Maybe one loses a job.
Yeah.
Or else both of them, they retire. Now they're filing for divorce at the age of 60. And you wonder, how? What happened?
All this time?
It's simply because we just existed together.
Yeah, but we're not journeying. We were not growing.
Were not living together.
I hear you.
We just existed.
What have you found so far in your marriage that was the most difficult that you have to deal with?
Sure. Why did you have to ask me that?
Actually, we have to test.
Now she's bringing it home.
We have to test your journey, and what can we learn from that?
Well, one thing that has always been a thorn, and you won't believe, even yesterday my wife and I were talking about it.
Okay.
We're on the road, we're like, okay, this presented an opportunity,
okay,
to talk.
Yeah.
It is the same issue of creating a safe space.
Really?
We came from different backgrounds.
Definitely.
I come from a very loud family. We are loud.
Oh, loud. Okay.
Okay. If you have been around Balowedu,
they're loud when we talk.
No, they are closer to the Nigerians. Carnivores. You really need they are fighting. That is how they converse.
Get that.
And all my siblings are just like that.
But you are more so
we are up front like
Isn't
that.
it? You're also loud?
Oh,
I don't see that.
I'm actually, this is what I used to tell my wife. I'm not loud, I'm just passionate.
A passionate talker, clever.
I'm a passionate talker. No. You are loud.
Okay, so she is calm.
She comes from a very calm,
okay,
environment.
Okay.
And that is even in her character.
Okay.
Yeah. So now imagine this loud mouth and a calm spirit. It was always a clash because I'm like, you don't want to talk to me. Whereas she's saying, but
you're fighting.
I can't talk to you, you're fighting. I'm like, I'm not fighting, you're frustrating me because no.
You're not okay.
And I'm that person who wants to process things very quickly. When I ask you a question, I need an answer. Chorizo, why is the mic here?
Yeah.
No, because we are talking.
Yeah. What should we say later?
No, she will keep quiet.
Okay.
She's still processing.
Wow.
Now I need an answer. And before she even answers, I'm already in some, Wabon, you don't want to talk to me.
Yes, sir. You will conclude that. Ke conclude. Hore motho ha bolele. Not hore ha bolele. A nyake.
And then her response, she'll be like, I did not say that. Of course, you never say it.
Now you become a man reader now.
You understand that?
Now you become a man reader. You have to know.
Now I need to know what you're thinking, whereas now I'm talking with. And that created a bit of commotion.
I see.
Up until a day when she said to me, that was a turning point. I said to her and I was like, but why don't you want to talk to me?
Yeah.
And she said, because you don't allow me to.
Sure.
I can't talk to you. I can't be emotional around you.
Sure.
I can't be this. I can't be that. That was
I can't be myself.
I can't be myself.
Yeah.
And instead of saying, yeah, mara musulwena, you're like that.
Okay.
I took a deep breath and I pulled back. It was hard.
I can't imagine.
Hard. I had a little bit of a soft prayer right there. How do I respond? Because
it's covered tit for tat. It's covered, oh, you saying this, but later that's how I feel.
Yes.
That's how conversation or misunderstanding start.
Yes. Yeah. Hair shutting down. I was like, you are like that. That is in your character and things like that. Whereas she said, I'm shutting down because of how you talk. But I was like, no, let's compliment one another. don't shut on me because you are frustrating me.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I am saying something that you don't like, tell me.
Yeah.
Look, you can't talk like that. You can't say that to me. But when you shut down, you are shutting me out. And that frustrates the heck out of me.
And you want response.
I need a response. But we come from different backgrounds.
Yeah. I can't talk because Ali.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Look, even when I talk to people, I'm just like that.
Yeah.
I am passionate.
Even when you're happy.
So
I actually have a story where my father is this very, I can't say aggressive talker, but lack of a better word, he's an aggressive talker, or he talks with passion.
Yes.
If we have to put it that way. And Mama,
rubbed off on you.
I'm like that as well.
I mean, here you are. You've got a mic.
Oh my God.
Nice way.
So Mama would say, I don't think, Mama thought Papa Hamrat, because she thought, if this guy really loves me, why would he talk to me like this? But then it took a while. It took a while until Mama accept that, to know who Papa is. And then she realized that even when Papa is angry, even when Papa is happy, he's still loud.
He's like that.
He's still aggressive talking. That's who he is. So she realized that I actually have to accept him, that he's not that he's always angry at me. It's just how he speaks. He speaks loud. He speaks with passion. And I think for her as well, that was a turning point. Okay, it's just so I understand what you're talking about.
It is like that. And like I said earlier, it reflects on our children.
Yeah.
I don't know how to say this. Baby, don't kill me. Because almost all the children took her character, but one.
Okay.
The last born.
Now,
the last born is the one whom I believe God sent for me.
To show you.
To show me, because she reminds me. Sometimes I can come home with great news, wanting to talk to my wife. Baby, at work, this was this.
Yeah.
She will stop whatever she's doing. She will come and stand here.
Okay.
Papa, stop yelling. Papa, stop shouting at mom. Papa, stop. And at that time, my wife is laughing.
Because now she understands you.
Now, to her, it's like,
we are fighting mom.
Eating mom.
I'll share.
And I'm like,
but now you're toning down a bit because of her.
I do, but it's difficult.
I can imagine.
Because now what happens is that it has taught me to tone down, but when it comes to her, but she is 5, and I'll be asking her, when I'm like, how old are you? She's like, I'm 16.
What, she says she's 16?
She says she's 16.
Yeah.
And that's why I'm saying we learn through the process.
Yeah.
And my wife got to a point where I can clearly say that I've learned to tone down. My kids have taught me how to respond and to relate to my wife. I tell her that, especially my girls.
Yeah.
2 different characters. Mm-hmm. The one is a softie to the core, but she's attached to me.
Okay, daddy's girl.
The last born, hey, Miss
you.
She's attached to her mother.
Okay.
So can you see that those 2 different characters? It's like this one. When I talk to this one, Teresa, I even have to bend.
Oh, shit.
Babes.
Yeah.
Are you okay, my baby?
Yeah.
Steady.
The calm one. The soft one.
When I take her to school, she doesn't like music, talking one thing. She would be quiet.
Just like mama, basically.
But she will talk. Yeah. She will talk in a nice, soft voice. Dad, at school we are doing this, we're doing it. Oh, Tato, that's how she talks.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Lord, why? Now, right now, I want to pump my music. I want us to worship this. I want us to do this. And I can't wait to go to school with this one.
But this is happening.
But the thing is, they will be going to the same school next year. Now, this one is going to be like, Lord,
the music is too loud to me.
You understand it?
Yeah,
so,
that,
the different characters were always a problem for us.
I see.
Up until we had to intentionally do some stock taking.
Would you say that it is lack of accepting the next person, on wanting to change them to be who you want them to be.
A lack of understanding.
A lack of understanding.
And having expectations which are not aligned.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, I'm expecting her to be this type of a person because I grew up in an environment like that.
Yeah.
She's expecting me to be this calm, collected because she grew up in an environment like that. Yeah. But that is unrealistic because we are two different characters.
We're not from the same.
We're not from the same cloth. Mm-hmm. So now, what do we need to do? Understand that this is who I am. I mean, for all the years that we've been together, I have not changed.
Yeah.
Yes, I am toning down where I was too loud.
Yeah.
But
still,
the character is still there. The passion is still there.
Yeah.
And you still maintain your same thing. And I can see in certain areas,
yeah, okay, what level up?
You are leveling up because sometimes she would be the one, yelling. But I know her when she yells.
Yeah,
like, man.
Oh, shit.
And I remember there was a time when I said, babe, stop.
Okay.
Don't.
Yeah.
Because that is not.
It's not her, yeah.
But now the kids are pulling it out of her.
Okay.
The parenting process.
Of course.
Your last 1 year, it reprimand. Now she has to deal with it.
I see.
And at the end of the day, she has to come to a point where now I'm high, she's here. We have to graduate.
But I feel like it's a nice, if you guys complement one another in that way. Unlike having both people, as a couple, you're both here. Then it becomes difficult to, but if one is here, you are able to come here. If one is here, one is somehow, matching each other. But then I feel like it's a bit of a riddle, or you don't think so?
Look, it does. It is actually good to be in the position. But I believe that even people that are of the same character, they can still complement one another or relate. Because at the end of the day, it's all in how we do it.
Yeah.
We can, but
yeah.
They're all loud. They love loud music.
But,
the vibes and it's like that. So when they get married, let that continue because that is how they.
That's how they.
You understand? It's just a matter of how do we
still do that?
How do we relate? Because now we've got the same characters. Now let's find ways on how to complement this character of ours, how to relate with the same character, Aaron and Leon.
Yeah.
Because it can't always be when one is there, one is here, and then they complement one another. No. Yeah. Even when we are at the same level, let's get to that point where, let's say, for instance, I was married to a speaker, or you were married to a speaker. Now, you're going to try and tame your character.
Yeah.
Just because when you want to be here, when he's there. You understand it? And that is going to suffocate you.
Yeah, true.
Because you'll be acting out.
You will lose yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But now, find ways on how, look, both of us are speakers.
Yeah.
And we are passionate about what we speak about. We are passionate when we engage in a conversation. But now, let's find common ground.
Yeah.
When we are engaging between the two of us, we have the spirit of calmness.
Yeah.
We have the spirit of understanding.
Yeah.
Let's employ that in how we do things. It's just a matter of listen to me, I listen to you. Because the moment you get like a mentality, I'm the speaker.
Yeah, then one
because marriage does not need the speaker.
The titles and whatever. Yeah, true.
You as
a person.
You as the wife.
That's
it
true.
needs you as a person. Yeah. And that's what we need to embrace more than anything else.
Hi guys, this thing of marriage can go on and on and on, but it has been quite informative. It's been quite challenging. So the things that he shared are quite challenging, but I believe all is possible. All is doable actually. But marriage is a nice institution, Bazalwane. It's a nice institution, but yeah, it takes. Yeah, coach. 1 or 2 words before we wrap up. What would you say about the secret to marriage is? 1 or 2 of the secret of a successful marriage. How long have you been married, by the way?
15 years.
15 years. That's more than a decade. So what are the 1 or 2 for a successful marriage?
The secret to a successful marriage is no secret.
There's no secret? But then we want the secret.
Why do you want a secret? It's no secret.
Okay.
one that tops is love.
Okay.
That is a secret to a marriage. That's why I'm saying it's not a secret at all.
Yeah. Okay.
We know it, but we don't always embrace or acknowledge it.
Yeah, I hear you.
Because if you understand what love really is,
Yeah.
there's a lot of responsibilities and accountabilities that comes with it.
A lot.
So that is a way to a successful marriage.
Mm.
You gotta say, I love you not because you are my wife.
Yeah.
I love you because I'm obedient to the one that I made a covenant to.
Okay.
That helped me to make this promise to you as my spouse.
To fulfill it.
Because at the end of the day, we want to love from our mind and our emotions.
Ish.
And that's where we falter as people. Hence, you hear people when they do something wrong, they end up saying, I am human.
Yeah, true.
Simply because love, it's a process of growing. Love is kind. Love is patient. Love does not boast in this.
There's no whole wrong things. Yeah.
It's a process of growth because you were born with those things, but the process of actually getting them out,
it's a process.
It's another.
It's a process.
So you have to understand that if you say you want a secret to a successful marriage, the principles are there.
Yeah.
Marriage is God's institution.
Yeah.
You abide by those principles and you work on yourself each day, with or without how my wife behaves. That doesn't mean I'm not going to react negatively sometimes. Sure. I will because I am
a human.
Man.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's about I am honoring God's principles.
I hear you.
So I'll make that decision every day, even though some days I feel like,
give them. But you still commit to that.
Are we going to go 2 years?
Yeah.
In my mind. Yeah. But 5 years.
Yeah, I feature this thing.
We are 15 years.
Yeah.
And those thoughts are there. There's nothing wrong with them. Remember, the problem is how you react to what you think.
Your thoughts, yeah.
Because the more you meditate on wrong thoughts, then that is going to influence how you behave.
Definitely.
So you want a successful marriage, just know that you did not create this entity. You found it here. You became part of it. Now abide by the principles and the boundaries of marriage. That is the only success that can help you.
Nice. Abiding in how the institution works, right? We indeed found it here. So we just need to go back to the one who designed this institution. And I believe if you follow that, then guys, progress is happening. Progress is happening. Let there be progress in your relationship. Let there be progress in your marriages. Let there be progress in your life as an individual. Yeah, Coach, it has been beautiful to have you here. I always appreciate your insight. I always appreciate you being here. And where can we get hold of you?
We are found on our website is thelovetalksa.co.za or even on our social media pages.
Yeah. The Love Talk SA. Ho na le mathato go manyanong batho ba modimo di counselor di teng, the advisor di teng. You don't have to die alone in that marriage. Seek help. Seek help. It's okay to seek help so that you can see progress in your marriage and in your relationship. And that's it from here. That's it from me here at the Progress Lab. I will see you on another episode. Thank you.